Hey folks, welcome. My name's Sean Pierce. It's currently April 2025, and as we do each month, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the real estate market stats for the city of Peterborough for the previous month. Obviously, we can't report on the month of April in full because the month's not over yet. So we do have complete data for March 2025. There's some positive indicators, good things coming down the pipe. People are buying, people are selling. And the world continues to turn, and you know, I can certainly say it's been an exciting month. I'm filming this report a little bit deeper into the month because I've been so busy actively working with buyers and sellers and investors. So I do apologize for the late timeline in posting this report, but I am happy to bring it to you here for today. So let's take a look at the March 2025 data for the city of Peterborough. So there's my title page. Okay, let's jump right down to city of Peterborough. So in the month of March 2025, you can see there that there was 67 homes sold within the city limits. And if you look at the map there in the middle of the screen on the lower side, you'll see those are the boundaries that we follow that represent the city of Peterborough. So 67 homes sold in the month of March 2025. Average sale price is just your third line down, second column over. So average sale price sitting just under 650,000. Now that's up a little bit from February 2025. So if there was a graph on this page, we would see the average price in the city of Peterborough starting to uptick a little bit, which is something that I think a lot of people have been speculating on and waiting on for some time now. So 67 sales in the city of Peterborough in March 2025. Average sale price just under 650,000, and the days on market is another item that we tend to watch as an indicator of how fast things are moving. So days on market meaning, how many days does it take for a newly listed property to sell? So that's the last row there, just above the map, days on market. The average in the city of Peterborough was 27 days on market to sell a house, okay? So it takes about a month from the time you put the for sale sign in the ground till when the property is recognized as sold firm, okay? And then, if you flip over to the other end of the screen here, you'll see that the fastest days on market was 1 day. So literally sign goes in, offer comes in, bang, property sold. And the longest days on market recorded in March 2025 was 169 days. So you got to ask yourself, why is there such a difference in the number of days that it takes to sell a house? Well, a lot of it comes down to your pricing strategy. In this market today, there's a fair bit of inventory on the market, meaning there's a lot of homes for sale. So it's never been more important for you to get a few things right. One, choose your realtor wisely. You definitely want to be working with someone who's full-time and definitely an expert in the market to be able to help you navigate these decisions on pricing, marketing, and strategy. Because if you choose the wrong one, who might not be super tapped into what's happening in the market in real time, it can be a costly choice to make. So there's lots of good realtors out there. I mean, I do consider myself to be one of them, but just make sure when you're interviewing your agent who's going to help you on the buying or selling side that you're asking a lot of questions about their level of experience, their confidence in today's market, and their specific approach to help you. Okay, so if you get the right realtor and they assess your needs and you guys agree on a strategy and the pricing's accurate, you might be able to sell your house in 1 day, which was pretty fast, right? But if you get it wrong, for a varying number of reasons, you could end up being on the market for 6 months or more. So you choose where you want to sit in that equation, okay? But there's the stats for the city of Peterborough. So let's jump through each of the ends of town now. So here we are, North End District, also known as the Northcrest District. There was a total of 20 sales in the month of March 2025. The average sale price sitting at $664,745. I'll move my cursor there because it was covering it. So just under $665,000 on average in the North End. Now, you might recall that's slightly higher than the city average, which is sitting just below 650,000. Okay. Days on market on average to sell a home in the North Crest district, the north end of Peterborough, was 29 days, which is pretty much on par with the city average, sitting at 27 days. Um, and on the bottom right side here, you can see there's a breakdown of the types of homes that are selling in this district. So you can see that, as will be the case in all ends of Peterborough, detached homes make up the bulk of the home sales in the city. In this case, 17 detached homes were sold, which makes up a large percentage of the 20 homes sold in the month of March. So there's your report for the North End, North Crest district here in March 2025. Moving on to the next one. Oh, my clicker's moving fast. Let's move to the South End. So we started in the north, we'll move to the south. So 9 sales in the month of March 2025 in the South End Autonomy District here in the city of Peterborough. The average sold price in this district was just under $588,000, which is a fair bit under the city average, which was sitting at $650,000, just under for the month of March 2025. Average days on market took about 26 days to sell your house in the South End district in March 2025. So there you have it. There's your South End Autonomy District real estate market report for March 2025. We'll move along to the Central Downtown District. So the core of Peterborough, just 2 sales in the month of March 2025. Average sold price sitting at $522,450. Now that average price is well under the city average of $650,000. And these 2 properties, it's a really small data set, but the average that it took to sell these 2 properties was 10 days on market. So there you have it. There's your report for the Central Downtown District for the city of Peterborough, March 2025. Oh, jumped ahead. East End. Here's your report for the East End Ashburnham District for March 2025. We're looking at 11 sold properties. Took me a second there. I glitched. 11 sold properties in the month of March 2025 with an average sale price of $611,000, just over that. Now that average price, again, is sitting just under the city average, which was $650,000 for the month of March 2025. Average days on market in the East End district was 17 days on market. And you can see that of those 11 sales in the East End, 10 of those homes were detached. Okay, so a large percentage of the homes sold in the East End Ashburnham district are detached homes, which is really common. Okay, so there's your report for the East End district of Peterborough, March 2025. Here we are with the West End Monaghan district for March 2025 here in the city of Peterborough. There were a total of 23 homes sold in the calendar month of March. The average sale price in the West End district was $671,772, which is a touch over the city average, which is $650,000 for the month of March 2025. Average days on market took about 32 days to sell your house in the West End district, which is a little bit higher than the city average, which was 27 days. And again, you can see that 22 of the 23 homes sold in the West End district were detached homes. So there's your market report for the West End Monaghan district for March 2025. Oh, let's jump ahead. Okay, so now here we go. Let's zoom out from all of these individual districts in the city of Peterborough, and let's talk a little bit about some real estate trends that are happening here in what would be April 2025. Because, like I mentioned, I'm looking back in time at the complete data set for March and reporting on what's happening now on the streets here in Peterborough. So certainly April 16th was a significant date here in the calendar month of April. The Bank of Canada has been on a bit of a trend raising the overnight interest rates. Sorry, excuse me, complete opposite. Lowering the overnight interest rates in response to a number of factors, which you can see are bullet pointed here. But on April 16th, the Bank of Canada chose to hold the overnight rate where it was, which is the first time they've done that in quite a few announcements So why are they holding now? If you're watching this in real time, you're well aware, very likely, that the U.S. Tariffs have created some volatility in the economy and also in just like our relations with our neighbors to the south. So there's a lot of people who believe that this is having a serious impact on buyer confidence and just a feeling of stability in the market. So on the ground, what I'm seeing is that a lot of people are choosing not to make big decisions right now. Like it's like when fear comes on, people tend to freeze up, and I am seeing that here on the front lines. But as we approach the end of the month here in April 2025, it does appear that things are starting to smooth out a little bit. But I don't want to speak too soon on that. So we'll see. Time will tell, as always. Inflation seems to be a little bit closer to what we might call stable here in Canada. So that's also a significant factor. And then, the Bank of Canada really is taking a cautious approach, just pausing these rates, likely strategically not to overshoot or undershoot some of this volatility that's happening in the market. So that's a significant factor. Now, federal election is taking place April 28th here in Canada. So always encourage folks to get out and vote and use the power that's been given to you as a Canadian citizen to try and shape the political landscape. Even if it's one vote, it does make a difference. And there can be a cost to inaction, a cost to not voting. So in my opinion, I'm not really in a position to give advice on this, and I'm not going to get into any political opinions here. But if you have strong feelings about the future of our country, or even if you don't, perhaps sometime in advance of this date, you should be jumping online and reading up on some of these people's positions. These leaders, being the Liberal leader Mark Carney, the Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre, or the NDP leader Jagmeet Singh, and just familiarizing yourself with their position and casting your vote, because it's your right, and you never know, it just might make an impact if enough people get out there and participate in the election. So this is a significant factor for life in general, but also, this will play into housing. And I put a few bullet points here as to each of these party leaders, positions on housing. And again, I'm not going to elaborate on these things. I would encourage you to go to the source and get the story straight from these folks. Lots of information online that you can easily access, okay? Now, when I do these market reports, I just want to remind everybody out there watching that this video is built for primarily for YouTube, which is like a public consumption site. As a result of that, I'm not able to get ultra specific on specific streets, specific sold prices, specific real estate data, because I have to be ultra respectful of buyer and seller's privacy and their information. But what I can say is that in a one-to-one setting, I do have access to all of this information. I know exactly what every house has sold for in the previous month here in Peterborough. And I have access to a lot of data that can be really helpful to buyers and sellers out there who might be considering, making a move of some kind. So if you have a specific interest, or if you have motivation to get more data to help you form your own real estate strategy, I am open for business, obviously, and I do have these one-to-one conversations quite frequently, almost daily, with people out there who are considering making a move. So if you want to know what your house sold for, or what a house on your street sold for, or what's going on in your general neighborhood, what's the trending with pricing and days on market and all that data, I'm happy to share that data with you in a one-to-one setting. Okay, so feel free to reach out. My contact information is all here. Okay. Now, March 2025, happy to report that my real estate team, the Tamer Kumar and Associates real estate team, was recognized as one of the top 21 real estate teams in the entire country of Canada, for units sold, meaning the number of homes that we transacted on, okay, like bought or sold. So that's something we're really proud of. It's not a small thing because we're competing with teams out of Toronto and Vancouver and Halifax and Ottawa, much bigger cities. So we're really proud of the impact that we're having here in Peterborough. And within our team, we talk a lot about having a strong quality of life for ourselves and for others. And that's kind of the vision for how we operate with our buyer and seller clients. When we're considering working with someone or someone's considering working with us, quality is the first filter that we run the conversation through. Are we going to be in a position to work together in a high quality way? And are we going to be able to deliver the success to our clients that they're expecting? And in most cases, if the conversation is handled properly, we are in a position to do that. And in March 2025, again, really proud of my own personal accomplishments, but even more so the accomplishments of my team across the board. From left to right there, depending on how you're looking at it, we got Megan Curtis, Tom Reburn, Midge Cleary, Tamer Kumar, Brianna Burkett, who's been a big part of our team to date, and Logan McRae, and last but not least, myself. So we're all here at your service. If you have real estate questions or suggestions, that's our entire job. Happy to chat further with you. And last but not least, there's my socials. You can find me pretty easily online. If you have questions, I can easily be connected with directly. Pretty fast, like these days, my phone's always on. And like I said, I'm in it. Like I'm actively working on multiple listings and working with multiple buyers at the moment, but I always have time to find a few minutes to chat with people out there who might have an interest in chatting with me. And like I said in a previous slide, I'm really looking for high quality relationships with high quality people. And if that sounds like you and you have some real estate goals in the coming months or the coming years, it's never too early to start a conversation with the realtor of your choice or with me. I mean, that's why I do these videos, is to put myself out there and to remind people that you don't have to do this alone. Real estate is big business. There's often a lot of zeros involved, and you want to make sure that you're aligning yourself with someone who is highly experienced, highly motivated, and highly considerate of you and your goals. Okay, so I think I'll wrap it up there. Thanks again for sticking through this entire video. We just recapped the entire month of March for 2025 here in the city of Peterborough. And I'm looking forward to coming back next month and recapping the entire month of April. All right, thanks for watching, folks. Take care.